Stephanie Morgan lived like a queen. Her mornings began with soft jazz, the scent of imported vanilla candles drifting through her luxury penthouse on Banana Island. Sunlight spilled through floor-to-ceiling windows as she lounged in silk pajamas, scrolling through Instagram. She admired other wealthy wives' yacht parties in Greece, champagne brunches in Paris, designer shopping in Milan. She sighed dramatically and turned to her assistant. "Lena, book me a trip to Dubai next weekend. I need new content. And tell the chef I want breakfast on the balcony, organic eggs and coffee at exactly 75 degrees. Not 74. Not 76. 75. Lena nodded. Minutes later, breakfast arrived. One sip of the coffee made Stephanie snap. "Is this supposed to be hot? Must I teach everyone how to do their jobs? Useless." Her husband, Daniel Morgan, a calm, self-made oil magnate, had once believed marriage would help her mature. Instead, she sank deeper into vanity. He tried everything, setting her up with a spa business she quit in 2 weeks, opening a fashion boutique she called it too average, offering to fund a bakery franchise. "Do I look like a baker?" she scoffed. In Stephanie's mind, her role was simple. Be pretty, spend money, and post her perfect life online. One evening, Daniel came home to find shopping bags scattered across the living room. Chanel, Dior, Valentino, Gucci. "How much this time?" he asked, struggling to stay calm. "Just 17 million, she replied casually. 17 million. In 6 days. His jaw tightened. "You're a billionaire, my love," she smiled. "You make the money, I spend it. That's the deal." He rubbed his forehead. "Money doesn't last forever, Stephanie. Life happens. One day you'll understand." She rolled her eyes. "I wasn't born to suffer." But life was listening. It started quietly, an explosion at one of Daniel's oil sites in the Niger Delta. Then a lawsuit. Then a major investor pulled out. Within months, his accounts were frozen, properties seized, staff resigning. Stephanie noticed the changes. The chef disappeared. The driver stopped coming. Spa appointments were cancelled. Even the generator went silent. "What's going on?" she asked. "We're in serious financial trouble," Daniel admitted. She laughed. "You. Broke. Impossible." Reality hit the day she returned from a party to find her designer suitcases outside the gate. "Ma'am," the security guard said gently, "Mr. Daniel said you're no longer allowed in the house. He asked you to go stay with your people." As rain poured, Stephanie Morgan, once the queen of soft life, stood outside, drenched, humiliated and homeless. She moved into her cousin Emily's cramped apartment on the city's outskirts. No house help, no air conditioning, just a ceiling fan and a thin mattress. She cried the first night. On the second, she Googled how to boil rice. On the third, she called Daniel. "You abandoned me," she sobbed. "No," he said. "I gave you years to grow. You refused. Now life will teach you." He never picked her calls again. With only 70,000 naira left, Stephanie bought flour and oil. Hands trembling, she fried puff-puff and sold it near a local school. People mocked her, took photos, posted them online. From Banana Island queen to street hawker. But she didn't stop. She woke at 4 a.m. daily, learned to budget, added more snacks, and began supplying local stores. She hired 2 women, then 4, then 7. 2 years later, Steph's Delight had become a well-known snack brand stocked in supermarkets across Lagos. Stephanie lived in a modest 2-bedroom apartment she paid for herself. Her hands were no longer soft, but her smile was real. One sunny afternoon, Daniel walked into her shop. Their eyes met. "You've changed," he said quietly. "I had to," she replied. They sat in silence, the hum of baking in the background. Then she whispered, "That night you locked me out. Hated you. But now I see. The fall was the best thing that ever happened to me." This time she wasn't building castles in the air. She was building a legacy.